blame anybody, but let's talk about ways to encourage them. Marwa, I think I see your hand up.
Marwa, you should be able to unmute yourself now.
Yes, sir, I'm here. Thank you so much for allowing me to pose this question. Actually, I have a comment and a question. The first comment is that I really want to stress this phrase, in the mood. So get your students to be in the mood first, get them to smile. Then later on, you can, as a second step, you can teach them, okay? So get them in the mood, motivate them, get them to have a positive view of themselves first, then you can proceed to teach. This is my comment. The question is about, do we have a checklist or a framework, a criteria for this relationship between a teacher and his students? Of course, everything has to have limits. Okay, so is there any criteria or framework for this relationship and connection between the teacher and students? Do we have something like this? Thank you.
Well, the first thing I would say, and Dr. Jake will probably respond to, first thing is, let's get the idea of a checklist out of our heads. It's going to be individual with everybody. And so I think as we get to know our students, as we get to know each other, we're going to find those things that individually will make a difference. So I would say do a lot of reading, find some materials on how we relate to other people. And I think each of us needs to take inventory of our own personalities. How do I come across? Think about how you come across. So I would answer it that way. Amani,
Ray, if I can add a little bit to that, I'll put a book that is on Amazon that one of my colleagues wrote in northwestern Montana. It's a great book about relationships. It kind of has what you're talking about as far as a framework, because I agree with Dr. Ray. You don't want to make a list because everyone's different. Everyone connects with people differently. Like Farouz talked about the teacher who just got up there and taught and was an excellent teacher. But I think for that one, to go back to that question too, people were able to connect with him because they could see how much time and effort he put into things. And maybe people didn't need that kind of attention like you saw in some of the videos. And so everyone has their different ways, their different languages on how they build relationships. So, but a framework, that would be interesting. Dr. Ray and I have actually started some different writing about that. And I included that book in there. I really like it. It talks about not just relationships, but culture in the school too. So great question though.
Great. Amani,